This is a story from 10 years ago. I'm watching someone I know very well. A tall man with a deep-featured face, who is, to my knowledge, has never told a joke, is patting my head. No, that's not quite right. I guess he doesn't know how much strength to use. So to be more accurate, he's grabbing my head and mashing it around. I guess it's something to be expected after all. That's the first time he's ever patted my head. I have to get going now. You know what to do now, right? Answer the deep voice with a polite yes. The man patting my head nods once and lets go, then stands up. So that was it. From then on, it was our final moment together. I've made him laugh with my best jokes. I practiced telling jokes a lot in the hope that I could bring a smile to his grave face. As you could say, I was sad that I couldn't tell him any of them. Put the association in your debt by the time you mature. I'll let you decide what to do after that. You should be able to take care of yourself. Even though he said such things, I guess he was still worried. He told me about the heirloom jewels, the jewels inherited from the master, and how to manage the basement. He was telling me all the things I didn't yet know. I realized even as a child. Most likely, he wouldn't be coming back. A war had started. Not a war between countries, but a war between people. But the only ones at war were 7 people. In a situation like this, the word war should be unsuitable, but here it's a different story. The ones in conflict are Magi. 7 Magi, each from a different faction, started to compete for unknown reasons and killed each other in unknown ways. The man standing before me was one of them. He too was in a position to kill or be killed. He must have known more keenly than I did that his time was near. Written, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. It's our duty as the Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it. Once more, he patted my head and left. That was the end. Last time I saw the man who entered the Holy Grail War as a master and died. The man who was my teacher as well as my father. Take care, father. I see him off politely. I knew I was on the verge of crying, but I shed no tears. I loved him. He's a great father and a great magus. Another magi. Well, among magi, they're only obstinate people. In the whole world, I don't think anyone had a better character than his. He taught me as a teacher and loved me as a father. That's why I decided to choose my path according to what he left me in the end. Rin, the Holy Grail will appear eventually, so our duty is the Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it. In the end, he left me those words as a magus and not as a father. That's why at that moment my path was determined. Alright, I'll do my best to be a proper magus. It's only natural for a student to follow the words of their teacher. Since then, though many twists and turns, I, Tosaka Rin, have matured. It has been 10 years since the winter day on which my father went to war. I haven't exactly been waiting for this moment, but I am excited. It's only natural. The event I have never forgotten is about to start. Day 1 of 31. Something is ringing. Ring, ring. Shut up! Stop it! The sound doesn't stop. It rings loudly as if I'm an enemy. Come on, I was up late last night, so you could let me sleep a bit longer. Or more, it should let me sleep a bit longer. No, it has to let me sleep in. I was deciphering my father's will until early this morning. If I've used up too much... Well, I've used up too much magical energy. Otherwise, my mind and body are dead tired. She's really stubborn. Ring, ring, ring. The alarm clock doesn't speak my language. So why does the ringing sound like it's telling me you're going to be late? Late. Being late is bad. That depends on the situation. I'm a good student, but maybe I can get to school at the last moment. Just for today. That's right. I set the alarm 30 minutes early, so I should be able to sleep for 30 minutes more. Oh, it's not strange. Set it 30 minutes early. Look at the alarm clock drowsily. The clock is pointing exactly at 7. Should get up at 6:30, so the spare 30 minutes have already been used up. Why can't I think when I wake up? Stare at the alarm clock for several seconds, shutting it off, kapowie, and decide to get out of bed. Passing through the cold hallway, I enter the cold living room. It's 7 o'clock on the last day of January. Fuyuki City is usually pretty warm in the winter, but this point it's as cold as any other city. I can even see my breath indoors. On top of that, there's no one else in the house to warm it up. Heater. Turn on the heater, I head to the bathroom. At times like this, living on your own is inconvenient. So if there was someone to wake up before me, the living room would be warm by now. Wash my face in the sink. Brush my long hair and get ready. Note, even if though I'm a boy, I do have long hair as well. Ha ha ha. A cold morning, a cold sink. The only advantage is that the cold water clears your sleepiness completely. I tie my ribbon, I'm all ready. All I have to do is eat breakfast and head out. Look at the clock, it's only past 7. I'm a bit disappointed. Well, I guess I don't have to run after all. I think I would never do anything as clumsy as running to school anyway. It's the custom in Tosaka family to act with composure and elegance at all times. Taking a custom like that seriously must mean that my family originated from a very high-class background indeed. Owning this old Western-style mansion is a proof of that. On top of it, the Tosaka family is a bloodline of sorcerers able to use the power of magic. If you talk about age, our family has an ancient history. Well, it's not something I can brag about. Actually, I can't speak openly about it at all. Oh, by the way, I, Tosaka Rin, am a magus. Who on earth can I brag to like that? Magic is just what it sounds like, magic. I don't care if you get ideas like abracadabra or whatever. You can just think of us as people who do strange things by casting spells. It's not like we fly around on brooms or make stars appear with a wave of wand. Well, we could do that, but we don't bother as it's kind of meaningless. We're basically heretics who hide ourselves from the world. We're prohibited from standing out, and even if we weren't, we would rather be at home studying magic. On top of that, the word sorcerer is completely inaccurate. To be precise, there are only 5 sorcerers in the world. Things no one can do, things beyond the ability of modern science. The one who can make such miracles are the ones who call sorcerers. Miracles that can never be achieved regardless of time and effort. Those we call sorcery. Things that are mysterious but achievable with time and effort, those we call magic. That's what I do. Well, that's why what I do is called magic rather than sorcery. It's complicated, but that's how it is, so just accept it. Well, to be honest, the modern world doesn't recognise the existence of magi, as we believe, control, and learn things that are immeasurable. Our existence is incompatible with the modern world, because it's kind of meaningless. Going to a normal school, becoming a normal adult will bring you far more happiness than studying magic. Human technology is great. The past few hundred years has been leading the way ahead of magic. Nothing is impossible for humans. The miracles once only possible through magic, and now tools, not miraculous at all. Still, magic has its good points, just as there are things possible only through science, there are also things possible only through magic. It was the master of the Tosaka family who said that if science is moving toward the future, magic is moving towards the past. Something about the past and the future ending up at the same place, everything always running towards the 0 point. Let's put off all those difficult discussions. They should wait until we're old.